I've been a fan of the Dragon Ball franchise for a long while. I remember when I was a kid, I started watching Dragon Ball. It was the first anime that I ever watched. This was the series that introduced me to the world of anime. It holds a special place in my heart. Because of the new Dragon Ball Super, people have started wondering how strong really are the Dragon Ball characters. I sometimes look at discussion online and see people really underestimating the characters in the Dragon Ball franchise. I'll be talking about their strength, durability, and speed, what they are really capable of, at what levels of power, and how strong they really are. So let's get started. In Dragon Ball, at some point we have seen characters destroying planets like candy. King Vegeta has shown to destroy planets, and we clearly know that he has a power level of 10,000. Vegeta at the start of Saiyan Saga destroyed a planet with a power level of 18,000. All the context and feats have been given by the authors. They confirm these cases in manga and anime, so we have to take them as canon, and they are a liable proof in our context. Even if we don't take that as canon, we can all agree that Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta in his first form. He barely used any power by how effortlessly he destroyed the planet. Now let's assume Frieza used at least 10% of his power in that blast, which is a far-fetch. I am sure he used less power, but let's go with this. With just this much power of 50,000, he destroyed planet Vegeta like popping a balloon. Namek Saga, Frieza looked like he was struggling was because first they were fighting a high-speed battle and he was worn out from all the fighting with the Z fighters. He destroyed the planet slowly so that he could get himself the time to get away. He wasn't afraid of the blast but of being stranded in space. Goku was afraid of the planetary destruction because he had no way of surviving in the vacuum of space. In the whole Dragon Ball, only the species of Frost demons, which is the race of Frieza, have been said to be able to survive in the vacuum of space without breathing. Saiyans cannot survive without oxygen for long, and Goku didn't know the instant transmission at that point. If we say it that they don't destroy much when they fight on Earth with other villains, then you have to understand that they concentrate their energy beams to have concentrated destruction than just letting it go. We all know that energy which is concentrated is more deadly than a scattered one. They are not going to destroy their own planets where their own family resides. As we can see during Namek Saga, when Goku went out of his ship, he wore spacesuit, which further proves my point. Only after getting God Key were they talking and floating there for a while. They can control their breath for a while even in the base form, but it's not going to last forever. During the Cell Saga, Cell claimed that he can destroy the entire galaxy. Now you have to know that he didn't claim that it to be a casual blast. He probably had to put everything into the blast to be able to destroy the galaxy. That means every ounce of ki he has in his system. These things are in the manga, so they are canon. These claims cannot be left. They have to reflect the power of the characters at that time. So we can safely say that Super Saiyan 2 characters are at the level to destroy a galaxy with everything they have. Moving on, during the Buu saga, in the anime, it was stated that Buu destroyed multiple galaxies, but manga said that he destroyed hundreds of planets. Now we will consider manga to be more relevant as it was written by Akira Toriyama himself. We can say that Buu did not destroy all those galaxies, because as we have seen in anime, Buu takes everything as a game or turns living beings into food for himself to eat. So him destroying hundreds of planets seemed relevant enough, and just by that the Kaioshins deemed him to be a big enough threat to be sealed away, since they were not strong enough to kill him. As we can see in the manga page, it said wiped out and not destroyed. That means Buu went around those planets killing and spreading terror. By killing and terror, we know that he mostly converted the organisms there into food and ate them. That's why he took so long. In the movie and manga on Fight of Gods, Goku can be said to be universal level. That means Goku can destroy universes easily one by one. I mean one by one and not all together. He has to go there and individually destroy them one by one. During the fight between Goku and Beerus, the Supreme Kai said that their clash is causing tremors and destroying the universe. At that point, they had only exchanged 2 to 3 blows. They were destroying 4 universe level planes, namely the Earthen plane, Hell, plane of the Kais, and Heaven. It has been stressed multiple times in the anime and manga that gods are universal level. We have seen that Goku nullified Beerus' universal level attack. They don't go destroying the universe because Zeno and Grand Priest will be beating their ass then. Normal characters cannot just go destroying planets because they don't want to go on the bad side of the Kais, as Kais can always request the destruction god as a last resort. Goku at the end is stated to be stronger or an equal level to Beerus, but you have to know that Beerus has not even fully mastered the Ultra Instinct. It is stressed by Whis multiple times that Beerus is lazy and doesn't train. He sleeps for decades on end. Goku, when he turns Ultra Instinct, literally shakes the whole void dimension, an infinite dimension of nothingness, which should be the hardest to do. So, by the end of Dragon Ball Super, he was high universal or low multiversal level. If we take into account that Goku is able to dodge virtually any attack in Mastered Ultra Instinct except attacks from omnipotent beings like Zeno or someone with higher levels of mastery, he is able to stand on par with multiversal level entities just from the sheer account of him being able to dodge those attacks. Only special powers like reality manipulation, probability manipulation, etc. can even come close to harming it. The body moves before the attack is even made. Mastered Ultra Instinct makes every single muscle in the body move and think for themselves, which is saying something regarding the dodging feats of someone who has mastered the Ultra Instinct. Moving on to the speed feats. Now I'll be explaining the speed feats of the Dragon Ball characters. People seriously underestimate the speed of Dragon Ball characters. I mean, they think that Dragon Ball characters are slow just because they show them fighting on the screen. You have to take into consideration that they have to show them, otherwise it won't be much of a fight. We'll count their speed in Mach as it makes it easier to understand as the numbers start to get really big and makes it easier to understand and imagine as well. Goku, after training with King Kai, was somewhere around 8,000 power level, but he never used his full power to conserve energy. As shown in anime, it was around 5,000 when he fought Nappa. He used about 2 days, which should be around 27 to 28 hours, to cross the Snake Way. The Snake Way is 1 million miles long, from which we can say that Goku traveled at a speed of Mach 30. Vegeta at that time had a power level of 18,000, which makes his speed to be around Mach 66. Vegeta during Namek Saga had a power level of 500,000, which puts his speed anywhere around Mach 1848. Goku had his base increased to anywhere around 3 million after all that fighting and recovering, which puts his speed at Mach 11,022. Now multiply that with 50 times and we get Mach 500,100, which is more than half the speed of light. So Ascended Super Saiyan should be around Mach 651,430. Super Saiyan 2 is where we start going faster than light with a 100 times multiplier. Goku stands at Mach 1,02,200. Speed of light is somewhere around Mach 870,000. Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Buu stand at 4.6 times the speed of light. Now the speed of Buu is also a major factor. Buu went around wiping planets and he wiped 100 in just a few years. Arguably, Buu would only look for planets with life, as Buu is a glutton and loves playing. At that time, Buu thought that killing and eating people was playing and he enjoyed it. So he is definitely faster than speed of light. as just adjacent solar systems are at least a few light years away. So just this implies that he is many times faster than speed of light, and Super Saiyan Goku is near that power level, and I'm talking about Super Saiyan 3. Now we get to the God Saga, as GT is not canon. We can confidently say that Goku increased his base power level exponentially, as we can see that when Frieza is resurrected, he fights him in his base form. And Frieza tells that he trained and got stronger. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt and say Frieza is somewhere around 200 million, as Frieza was confident that he can crush Super Saiyan in his final form, and he did that by crushing Gohan. So at this time, Goku is already at Mach 733,326 in his base form. In Super Saiyan, he is 42 times faster than light. Super Saiyan 2, he is 84 times faster than light. Super Saiyan 3, he is 336 times faster than light. Goku in God form is 42 million times faster than light, as it's 50 million base times multiplier. Super Saiyan Blue is said to have 2 billion times multipliers, so he is 1,680,000,000 times faster than light. Goku with Kaioken times 10 or 20 on top of it just increases it by that much, 10 or 20 times. Ultra Instinct doesn't have much of a multiplier, as it is stated to push the body to utilize every ounce of energy it has and only use as much as required, which really doesn't tell much. Aside from that, it has more power than any other transformation. Now, I'm not saying that Dragon Ball characters are unbeatable. There are plenty of characters in fiction that could wipe Dragon Ball characters' ass on the floor, but I'm just saying that they are stronger than people actually think. So folks, these were my calculations and points on how strong and fast Dragon Ball characters really are. These are not to the point and are not truly accurate, but I did my best. If you want more, subscribe and like the video. Make sure to ring that notification bell